Hello guys, welcome to Griffo Media. I'm Griffo. Today on the channel we are playing arcade classic Deat from Namco. And as you can see, just by the track mode here, what a game! Absolutely brilliant, really good fun to play. And this is working on my upright racing machine with a Fanatec CSL Elite. We're going to put some coins in the machine here and have a play. So we'll go for the, should we go Corvette or Ford GT? I quite fancy the Ford GT in traditional colours. Obviously you can choose whatever colour you like, but we'll go for that, shall we? That's the kind of Ford GT classic. We'll start in New York and then we'll work our way through the courses. Don't be expecting any first places here because you only get one nitro. You can buy them in the game and you can get, you know, I think it should give you 3 to start off with because the AI is quite strong on the arcade version of this. But anyway, it was maximum 3D, wasn't it, in some of the arcades where you could play this game in 3D. But this is Deat on Griffo Media, so let's race away. Camera in the arcade puts you right into the game, like a lot of the games that you can get. So how do you race this? Do you have the car in front? Like that, or do you hop in? I like to hop in. I like to get that first person perspective. Anybody who's known my channel for a while knows that's how I mainly race. Not always. I think Cruising Blast and games like that are an exception to the rule. But anyway, welcome to the channel, and if you like all things arcade and tech, you found the right place, and it'd be really nice to get a subscription off you if you so wish, and then you don't miss any of the content that we post up on a regular basis. A like would be nice as well, and a comment, of course, if there's a game you'd like to see played on the channel. We talk about a lot of companies that make racing games. I think Namco are completely up there, aren't they, with the Ridge Racer series and the Deat series and all of that. Taito, love some of their stuff. Chase HQ being one of the ones I absolutely adored growing up. Sega, for me, the masters. But we've also got the new kids on the block as well. So it's a lot of great, you know, developers out there making races for arcades, and even if they're not, they're companies putting them into cabs. So that's always great, isn't it? So a lot of licensing goes on now with these kind of games. You know, a company will make the software and then all of a sudden there'll be a company that puts it in a cabinet. And a lot of this stuff's been really successful over the years. Graphically, this game is absolutely on the nail in terms of arcade races. I think the sound is ballistic as well. Force feedback, incredible. Yeah, I was never going to get a first, I don't think, with one Nitrix that I save right for the end. But anyway, I'll cope with a third. I suppose it's bronze on the podium. But that's what you can do in the arcade version of the game. You can put in your pin and you can upgrade your nitrous, and then you get more chances to... so there, I'd need to enter a pin, which I don't have. So that will just time out after about 20 odd seconds. But that's what you can do. And I think a game of this really deserves, I mean, 2 or 3 would have been nice just to start off the grid with, but that's not to be. And maybe just like some of the games where you can collect nitrix along the way by taking little shortcuts, that's always a winner with me. Anyway, time's up, no pin registered, so we will not register that. We will continue. No, but we are going to change up our car this time. And I think we'll, what should we dive into this time? I think we'll do the Skyline. I think that'll give us a bit more speed. We'll keep the colour, I think. Shall we keep the colour? Yeah. This time, San Fran in the sunshine. Probably the best course on the game, but I think they all look great. Cheese. Just one nitrix again here, so I'll save that right for the end. So they're the guys. Always the same ones, I think. I will hop in the car in a second. There you go. That's the view I prefer. How do you race these kind of games? Are you car in front, like that? Or do you like to hop in just like I do? I prefer the view, actually, like this. Feel the bend a little bit more and stuff. Anyway, let's try and get out of the pack here so that we're not wasting time. Little ramp. Bus stop just got whacked by me. Everybody come around the bend together. Yeah, so the nitrix would have been nice to have 3 on the starting line. I think that would have made things a little bit better. But I suppose that's the whole key, isn't it, in the arcade, to persist and have a relationship with the machine by having a code and all of that and putting the money in. Golden Gate Bridge in the background, some nice little attention to detail. Love the sunshine levels on any arcade game. Are you a bit like that? You know, bit of sea, bit of the beach, bit of the ocean, blue skies, fiesta kind of balloon kind of multicolored looking games. They're just great, aren't they? Reminiscent of like the Outruns and the Crazy Taxis and stuff. GTI Club. Let's not forget Konami and that kind of chatter we were having before about games manufacturers. Konami have made some great ones too, let's not forget. So if I get a third, I'll be absolutely chuffed with 1 nitrix. And the lap 1 here. Oh, he gets a first. That took me by surprise, to be honest with you. I thought they'd have nitrix at the end as well. The levels are very short, aren't they? You might have to go around them maybe twice with different cars. There we go, and we won't do that, but we will continue. Want some more coins, so we can fill that up. No, we haven't, but we are going to race, I think, in the... I'll save the Viper. I'll go Corvette. What should we go? Should we go yellow? Yellow Corvette? Red, isn't it? In a red Corvette. In Chicago. Jeez. If you've got any games you want me to film on the channel, guys, just leave us a comment below. What's your favourite arcade game? Have you got an arcade upright machine? I don't see too many videos on YouTube of people that have actually got them, to be honest. They're more sit down. So we're locked into a pack here, as you can see. Get into the car. Does remind me of Ridge Racer 7 a little bit, this game, in terms of graphics. It's very PS3 looking. Maybe a little bit better looking than a PS3 game, ever so slightly. Of course, this is the arcade. Never did a port, I don't think, of this, did they, onto a console, which is a bit of a shame. Wasted opportunity. I know I have this rant on a regular basis. It's not really a rant. It's just a bewilderment of why these companies, I know there's licensing deals to be had with Nissan and Mitsubishi and all of that. Of course, I get that. But they should write it into the contract that, you know, if they so wish to make a port for PSN or the PS Store or the Xbox Live, then they can just release a home version of the game. I really think they'd sell loads of games like this just as, like, I don't know, 20 quid game. Imagine having this on your console at home, 20 quid download, force feedback on your wheel and all of that. It sells so well. But they don't tend to do it. And I know licensing is a big thing because, as we know, with the Ferrari franchise and Outrun, that got taken off. GTI Club was another one. It's all down to the car manufacturers, but I think if you're making these games, sign a deal with the companies that says this isn't just going to be an arcade game, this is going to make it to the home consoles as well. Now, it may cost them a little bit more. There might be a percentage, you know, depreciation in the deal. But can you imagine the millions they would make just on allowing people to download it as a home game? I'm just putting in my cap into the ring there. Because there's so many games that have fallen by the wayside. I mean, Sega's Scud Race almost made it to Sega Saturn, didn't it? Or was it? No, it was the Dreamcast, wasn't it? It's going to be one of the launch titles on the Dreamcast. Never saw the light of day in a house. And it's like, whoa, why? Got a first again there, which was good. I don't know why New York, the easiest course, was a bit taxing. Don't know. So what do you think of that idea? I think it's a great idea. You know, when you're selling a deal to create an arcade game, sign to say, you know, this could be a home console port. I know I'm rabbiting on, but I do believe that let's go the Nissan. And that's the problem, of course, when you are getting into deals with these companies. Let's go pink, shall we? You know, when you're getting into deals with these companies, we'll do London, you're involving a lot of car manufacturers in the mix. And that obviously is going to create issues going forward, I think. Just on this alone, you've got Mitsubishi, Nissan, Ford, to name a few. Just excuse me, got a dry throat. Could have done with bringing another drink up here, but hey ho. Good course, this London one. London's always a good city to race around. And that's what I do like about arcade racing games. I like the ones that you're racing around cities. Just fab, isn't it? Right, we'll hop into the car. Round them out. Be nice to get a first on London, wouldn't it? We will save the nitrix because we'll need it. A lot of the landmarks nice and prevalent. Nice dead heat balloon going over. You've got Big Ben there. You've got the London Eye. There's a car right in my tail because I can feel it on the force feedback, which is always a nice little touch in the game, the force feedback. Actually feel your way around the course and stuff. Right, hooking up to the final lap. It's all reminiscent of Ridge Racer. And while we're talking Namco games, because we're playing one right now, how about a new Ridge Racer game? Arcade and console, that'd be nice. Ridge Racer 7 was the last one of any significance for me, and that was a launch title on the PS3. I know they did Unbounded, that really wasn't true to the arcade, was it? Not really, anyway. Probably shouldn't have used my nitrix there, actually thought it was the final stretch that we were coming into. So I'll struggle to get a first here, I think, unless I can block them off. Otherwise they're going to power down the Mal. Used his nitrix well there, he has. Won't get him on the bend though. Ooh, nearly. I'm in third. Where are the other two then? Oh, there they are. And I have no nitrix, I bet they do. Right, got a second. Had I have held my nitrix there, I think I may have got a first. But what we're going to do is, as we've not tried out all the cars and they're very, very short levels, we're going to go again. And we're going to start right at the start. We're going to do New York, and hopefully this time I might get a bit better than a third position. And see how we get on. So we will continue. I'll put some more coins in here to make sure we don't run out. And this time we're going to race in. Did we go the Corvette? I think we did earlier. We didn't go the Viper, but I'm going to save that one. I'm going to go the Mustang. We may have done the Mustang before, I'm not so sure. Do Mustang. Go yellow, shall we? Looks quite pretty in yellow. Yeah, we'll go New York, and we'll do all 4 courses again, mix up the cars, and then I'll give a summary of the game. But at the moment, I'm having a lot of fun. It's not too taxing on the brain. It's a load of good game, this. It's a pretty looking game though, isn't it? There's a lot of attention to detail in this. Let's hop into the car and let's race. Try and get better than third this time. I'll save onto my nitrix. Bit congestion in. Obviously winter time. It's always winter in New York, isn't it? Always cold when I've been there. Never been to New York in the summer, I don't think. It's a Christmas city for me. Madison Square Gardens, Rockefeller Tree, shopping, all of that. Talk about Rockefeller Tree, there it is. Plaza Hotel, Home Alone style. Once owned by the Trump organisation, that wasn't it, the Plaza? It's actually in Home Alone too. Donald. Right, so here we are, we're holding on, we're doing final lap now, and I've still got 1 nitrix. I'm in first position, so it'd be nice to finish New York on a first. And London next time. Save that nitrix. Whoa. 2 miles remaining. I think I made the mistake last time of firing it off there, didn't I? I was like, I'm never going to get first position now. Still a few bends to go, right? I think we might be in the final stretch now, though. Or maybe just after this one. a bad take that, to be fair. If I take this bend all right, without getting shunted too much, I might be in with a shout of doing better than third. No, third again by the look of it. Oh, second. Oh, better than the first time, so that'll do me. Some credits in. No, thanks. Force feedback's nice on this. It's not too heavy. It's just subtle enough, you know. No, we're going to use the Viper, I think, this time. Do the Viper. That's a nice car, isn't it? Not done that one yet. What colour should we go the Viper? Do you reckon green? Green's quite cool, isn't it? And we'll go San Fran. Right, here we go then. And then we'll do the final two tracks and then we'll summarise the game. But it's a really good one, this. So we got a first last time in San Francisco. Let's see how we do now. In my green car. Always like that kind of stuff, you know, where you're jumping off a ramp and you're smashing into stuff. There's lots of bus stops and stuff to smash into on this, that's for sure. I think one of them used a bit of nitrix there. I can see engines blazing. I'm going to save mine for when it's really required. Woo! But these are the games, aren't they? They're not too taxing to play. Absolute fab. The kind of stuff that I have running on my upright machine, and they're just generally in a track mode, and if I'm ever passing through the games room, I'm like, right, I'll have 10 minutes on that. I think that's the way to do it, isn't it? Right, battle going on with him. Right, we've got some nitrix stored because we are on the final lap, I do believe, so we'll need that in a minute. May have gone too early on that. May have gone too early. No, thank God. I was thinking to myself, the finish line was a lot closer than what it looked. And I'm like, if I don't go now, I'm never going to get the momentum to get to the finish line. So there we go. 2 more courses left to go. It's a no on that from me, and it's a no on that too. Yeah, we will continue. We'll load up a few more credits in the machine. Not gone the RX-7 yet, so that's our next machine. Are we going yellow on this? Yeah, why not? And we'll go Chicago. We got a first on Chicago last time, I do think. And then we got, was it a second in London? So that's the one we want to get a first on. New York absolutely just about pipped us there, didn't it, in a second? So what's your favourite arcade machine? What do you like playing? What's your favourite racer? Let us know in the comments. And if we haven't done a video on this racing machine, then guaranteed we will. Somebody's copying me there. I'm going to hop in the car, get my bearings, save my nitrous for the end, and race away. Getting shunted absolutely by that car to the right. Never been to Chicago, I'd like to. My favourite band are from there, so I bet you can't guess what band is my favourite band. Can you? They're from Chicago. Have a guess in the comments. Who are my favourite band of all time from Chicago? Do you want to know the answer? I'll tell you at the end of this level. Look at these cars here. Shunting me out of the way. Bit of nitrix at the end, always save it for the latter. Another first in Chicago. Favourite band? If you leave me now. Probably get a copyright strike for that, because it sounds so like Peter Cetera, don't you think? Chicago. Yeah. I know. I don't look old enough to be a fan of Chicago, do I? Yeah, right. Anyway, so there's only one car we haven't used, and that is the Lancer Evolution X, which looks rather fetching, I think, in lime green. Don't you think? And I was talking about, I don't know if it was on this video, I was talking about, oh no, it was the R-Tune video I did. There's a lot of AI cars that are green in that game. I was talking about my next car probably being a green car. And some of the comments were like, what, a green car? Usually I go for blue cars, so it'd be a complete change up for me. But yeah, quite fancy a green car next. That kind of colour there, actually. Electric, of course. It says, of course, as if, you know. But here we go. We need a first now, guys. I think it was second last time in London, wasn't it? And this is the final track, so this will wrap up the video. So yeah, I can still do it with the car in front, but I want to. I should have raced the last level with the car in front just for the purposes of the video, really, shouldn't I? I'd be all over the place, honestly. You get used to a certain view, don't you? Slipstream. A little bit of a jolt there. Right, we're not doing bad, we're in first, taking a few knocks from behind. There they are, with their nitrix burning away. But we're saving ours. He's probably got more than one, him. Looks like it's got an engine the size of a bonnet. Final lap coming up. Be nice to get a first on the final track. So I'll be holding on for dear life to that nitrix and strategically firing it off just before we get to the latter part. Took that better than he did. Try and avoid all this stuff in the middle here, because that absolutely does slow you down. You wouldn't think it. The cones and stuff. Trying to avoid it, he says. Takes it all out. Need to be coming around this next bend there or thereabouts. I fired it there last time, you may recall, I think. And those guys saved it up, didn't they? I think we're on to the last bend here. I think this is the one. No, this is the one, isn't it, I think. Right, save it, save it, save it. Now do it. Come on, let's get a first. I think he's right next to me. No. Yes, that's how you finish a video, guys. So that is Dead Heat by Namco Arcade on my arcade upright racing machine on Griffo Media. Thank you to all the new subscribers who've joined the party in time for the most festive time of the year, because I do loads of content around Christmas. If there's a video you want to see, any game you want played that I haven't done before, then just comment below. And thanks for watching, guys. And until the next video, see you again.